Welcome everyone. Our topic for today is Employee Management Database System. Our team members are Akash Dubey, Aniruddha Deshmukh and Jaikishan Babu. Today, we are going to illustrate 6 key points which are scenario, entities and attributes, ER diagram and background, programming environments, database analyzing design and implementations, and GUI. Now let us first consider the scenario. A XYZ company wants an employee database management system in which there are many departments. Each department has many divisions. Admins can manage employee as well as their salary. Admin can perform many operations. They can also search for a particular employee and also give permissions. Admins have many roles. They can log in using their login ID. Admin and employee both work for the company. Admin is an employee and admin can add, delete and clear employee data. Here, for the following scenario, we have defined 6 entities which are employee, search, salary, login, admin and operations, which have the following attributes. Employee includes employee ID, department, shift, gender, division, salary, employee name, date of birth and age. Search includes employee ID, employee name. Salary includes salary ID, salary month, salary employee ID. Admin includes user ID, username, user mobile and user address. Login includes login username, user password. And operations include save, delete, update and get detail. Now let us see your ER to relational mapping, also known as relational database. Here, we have broken down all the composite, multiple and derived attributes into their simple ones. Here, employee entity includes employee ID, department, shift, male, female, division, salary, first name, last name, date of birth, age and user ID as attributes. Search includes employee ID, employee name, user ID. Salary includes salary ID, salary month, salary employee ID, user ID. Login includes login ID, login role ID, login username, user password and user ID. Admin includes user ID, username, user mobile, user address and employee ID. And finally, operations include save, delete, update, clear and user ID. Now you can see our ER diagram for the employee management database system. From this, we can establish the following relationships. Admin has login, admin has roles, admin has permissions, admin can search, admin manages employee, admin manages division, admin manages salary, division has department, admin generate report, admin can do operations. And also, based on the ER diagram, we can establish the following mapping cardinalities. One admin has many logins, one admin has many roles, one admin has many permissions, one admin can do one search, one admin manages many employees, one admin manages many divisions, one admin manages many salaries, one department has many divisions, one admin generates one report, one admin can do many operations. So this was all about our ER diagram. Now moving on, most of the contemporary information systems are based on the database technology as a collection of logically related data, and all DBMS as software system allowing the users to define, create, maintain and control access to the database. The process of constructing such kind of system is not so simple. It involves a mutual development of application program and database. The application program is actually the bridge between the users and the database, where the data is stored. Thus, a well-developed application program and database are very important for the reliability, flexibility and functionality of the system. Over to you, Jaikishan.
Okay, now let's begin with the database analyzing design and implementation. So the database of the system should include the information of company staffs, respectively of its employee, and the data is subdivided into the following groups, in which we can see that there is employees basic details, working history and time information. So each employee of the staff is intended to have the several records responding to his working history, contact person information, salary information, time information, holiday information, and only one record containing in his basic information within the company is personal details, date of the birth, gender, marital status, and the address and phone number details, and his current working record. And the employee is supposed to have not only one record of his working history or his contact person information. For instance, we take a look to the time information data table. An employee may have a several records in case he has some experience with the current company. We have also added an schema in which we can see that employee, project and department. In employee we can see that there is attribute called name, job title, phone number, salary, department ID and project ID. And same in table project we have project ID, project name, and in department we have department ID, department name. Okay, now let's talk about the GUI constructing. Application program should be constructed and implemented in a some programming environment to enable the user can communicate with the database. So GUI is intended to build up a basic structure of the program. The first general advice when the constructing GUI is to know the users, as there is a large number of rules and requirements concerning the whole process of GUI development. Like every GUI is consist of certain number of controls like text boxes, combo boxes, buttons, etc. A set of a control is used in order to reach the desired purpose what concerns the functionality of the applications, including labels, text boxes, data grids, tab controls, etc. All of these controls are available in the program, are fitted to the corresponding forms that are used in the application. Okay, now we have added some operations in our projects. Those operations which are available in project are like add employee. We can add a new employee in our database and update employees details, along with delete the employee data record, or also we can delete a directly employee, and we can also search the employee with the employee ID. Now over to Akash. He will explain the further slides.
Hi, Akash this side. So we are going to learn about the retrieving data of this project. So retrieving data from a database is less or more tightly related to dealing with the select query that should be applied to a database in order to extract the desired result, which one should satisfy certain conditions. The SQL query has the following structure, that is select, column name. So from table name, where condition 1, condition 2, condition means up to n number of conditions, into the where statement, the following logical and arithmetical operations are included, as well as and, or, and etc. So the select query here retrieves all data from employee details. The data is uploaded in the data grid, and all text fields of personal details and working history pages, which ones are related to the concept of employee details data table. In this expression, we use the primary and the foreign key values from the parent and the child table. As the relationship between them should be explicitly specified, we also use a where statement in order to specify and the person these records belong to. Afterwards, a result table is constructed by joining the records from the child table to their related record from the parent data table. So these explanatory notes are geographically presented. So here is the presentation how all the data flows. So the latest way of retrieving data into the program is by search field. So provided by seeking certain employee data, search by certain condition, that is given values. The search field consists of 2 functional buttons and 3 text fields for giving the input parameters as string values through which one can search process will be performed. So this is the table how a search process is performed. An employee ID, that is 2, has been searched, and all the details related to that employee has been shown here. In this slide, we are saving the data into a database. So this kind of operation upon the database is subdivided into 2 groups, that is saving a new employee's record and adding a record to an employee's data record, that is we are updating it. So when data is saved into the parent table, we have the primary key, which one is the employee ID here, but this value is also needed for proceeding to another child table and populate it with data as the DBMS need to know the responding record into the parent table. So apparently we need to specify to which employee or person this data belongs to. So as concerns all child table in the database, it could be done in the following way. When the record is populated into the parent table and we try to save another one into a child table, the primary key value is taken and put in the child's table where we want to save the current record. The whole process can be geographically represented. So this is the representation of this process, how the flow goes. And this is the next table. This is the next form where all the data is saved and the record inserted pop up. So create table employee ID. This is the code which has been written, how the record flows, what all codes means, what all queries has to be performed in order to save a certain record. So here we have saved the record of Aniruddha. So the employee ID is 12, name, middle name, last name, his address, his designation, salary, mobile number, date of birth and date of joining is written here. So in this slide we are updating the records in the database. So what is updating a record? That is, we are just modifying the existing record which is present in the database previously. We need to know the primary keys values of the current record that we like to get updated by the system, as in other way a rather different record would be updated. So there can be two cases that we can consider. So update all, it means that we are updating all the record of a certain employee, or update just a specified field. So here the flow, again the flow comes, how all the things goes and what all commands means what all queries in short has been used to perform the following following. So deleting record. So here we are going to see what deleting a record is. So deleting a record is nothing but just deleting a particular employee's record. For example, if an employee leaves the company, then his record has to be deleted within 6 months or 12 months as the specified policies of the company. So here we are just deleting a record of Aniruddha itself, that is 12 number employee ID's record. So the employee pop-up is here, means that is the pop-up window is here. So PL/SQL queries. So what are PL/SQL? So basically PL/SQL means instructing the compiler what to do through SQL and how to go through the procedural way. Similar to other database languages, it gives more control to the programmers by the use of loops, conditions and object-oriented concepts. So here in the PL/SQL query that we have performed for this project itself. Again the same. So triggers, what the triggers are? Just triggers are small commands which are pre-built or pre-written in the PL/SQL queries. So here this is the PL/SQL command that this is a triggering command which we are using in this query. So thanks a lot.